hate to break the fishing news up, Yaremchuk, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations, you're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
We just traded a migraine in for like an orgasm.
Might want to mark that down, Yaremchuk.
Yep. All of my projects are on schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as funny as we're going to get today.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of the Real Life Podcast. Gang's back together. And the episode's brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, best tasting beef jerky in Alberta. The only beef jerky you should be buying is Wilhauk Beef Jerky. 3 spots in the Edmonton area, Leduc, Spruce Grove, and the kiosk at West Edmonton Mall, WilhaukBeefJerky.com. Only the best tasting meat products earn the Wilhauk name. What was going on last episode?
We had Big Fugi on, our good buddy Mike Fugelberg, just to reminisce some stories. Honestly, like
we
dog days
talk
of
about
summer.
him a lot on the pod.
We do. We talk about him a lot. A lot of our, good stories. So we were hoping he would come and regale us. And when it finally came out, it was really good.
I think Fugi would be good to have kind of as a sometimes recurring character because he's such a memorable dude and he says so much funny shit.
He was nervous.
Yeah. But you got to get your first at bat in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So like
Tom Brady.
Exactly.
And I even prefaced it with like, our crew is really good at shooting the shit, but like when we're at our best is about 3-4 drinks around a table.
We're stone
watching
sober.
a hockey game and we're stone sober in here being like, dance monkey. And he's just, it's tough.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, I don't think Fugi needs that.
No.
It's just, this was his first time, like a microphone with the bright lights and the computer with the reverberating thing on the screen when you talk. In the presence of Waz. Fugi's personal network is at least 11,000 people.
11,000
and he has
strong.
a very consistent touch point with all of them.
Yeah. Oh, you were telling me he just calls you, right?
He'll see something, he'll think of something, and whoever it connects to, he'll call and share that memory.
So he says he can't like drive without being on the phone.
He told us this on the pod.
He's like, I cannot drive without being on the phone.
I just start calling anybody until somebody picks up. And
But
that's every time he gets in his car since he was 18 years old.
He's in business development, and I don't think you could in a lab grow somebody more equipped to do business development because it's lunches, it's meetings, it's schmoozing. He used to go on a dog walk with his longboard and he would come back 5 hours later and his wife would be like, where the fuck were you? And he would just, because everybody that was outside, he would stop and talk to.
Yeah.
And they'd invite him for a beer. And there's numerous times he's just shown up. He'll call me and be like, I just left your parents. I'll be like, what? It's Tuesday. What are you doing at my parents? They're like, I was just longboarding by and Lara was outside. So we had a beer and I was there for 3 hours. And I'm like,
I envy having that kind of social skill.
It's crazy, man.
You're walking down the aisle at Home Depot and you see somebody that you know. A lot of people go, oh God, or try to turn around and conspicuous and get out of it.
Into it.
Mike starts running towards
I've
people.
never seen him in a bad mood, and I've known him since
And he remembers
1998, man.
everybody's name.
Yeah.
He remembers things about your family that So
He has a
hopefully
genuine relationship with everyone he knows.
Yeah, hopefully we get that part of him out in this because, like, I mean, we touched on a lot of the things we used to do as kids, but it was cool.
Wouldn't hurt though, Jay, to get 5 drinks in him. Let's be honest. He doesn't need it, but it wouldn't hurt.
Maybe to get over like the nerves, but after that, he'll probably will never need to do it again.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing? Where were you?
We were at a 2-day planning session, but we went to Canmore to do it. Played the course I rave about on the pod, Brewsters. It's 20 minutes outside of Canmore.
Yeah.
Cheap for mountain golf. 18 with a cart was $90.
That's great.
Great. Jay, and did it live up to the way I've hyped it?
It's a very interesting golf course. It's in phenomenal shape
because every hole is cart path only.
Every hole, the fairways are immaculate. Greens are an MFer because they're small, but the
greens are usually
roll
like the size
well.
of this room. They're tight.
The course itself is interesting. Very very short, but very tight.
Same.
I got something I have to get off my chest.
Okay.
I wasn't here for the Thursday podcast after the golf tournament.
Oh boy.
Oh, did you listen to
The
it?
Monday one.
Oh boy.
No, I didn't.
Did someone listen to it?
Yeah, they did. So on
they
the
tell you
last
what
podcast
happened?
with Mike, I was like, hey, I just want to say, it was such a good match. We tied. I get a message after that podcast has been, did you not listen to your own podcast? Tyler admitted they lied.
You guys weren't actually fourth.
They were not tied with us, JR.
You still didn't
they
know.
lied.
So
Wow.
So here's the story.
What's the story? You lied.
You lied. Yeah, I think we got it.
So
Yep.
we knew we were somewhere between 2 or 3 back of you guys when we were getting to that last par 3.
Yeah.
And we went and we birdied it.
I know. We saw that.
So we were like, okay, we're probably
And I said after you birdie, I'm like, fuck, they're going to be close.
So we hit that birdie putt, but right before we hit it, Kennedy came up to us and was like, Jay just missed a putt and is pissed. And Jay was saying the match is done. Like, we're screwed. We're in trouble. And you were apparently getting mad. So us, knowing we're 3 back at this point, we're like, hey guys, if we hit this birdie putt, we need to go bananas to rattle them. So we did.
Gamesmanship.
And then after we did that, Brett came up to us and was like, Jay is like freaking out on the tee box that the match is done.
What the fuck?
This was the word on the course.
This was the word on the course.
Was I freaking out,
I
Charles?
don't no,
I don't recall that.
The gallery
I
of the
remember being a little tight. We were up on a tee box looking down at your green. I remember being a little tight when we saw the putt go in, but I don't remember JR getting
So
freaking
we
out.
go to 18. We know we're about 2 back. We're on the green in 2, and we kind of had like huddled up and we're like, okay, like let's spook him a bit here. Let's tell him and we didn't think this part through all that well. We were like, let's tell him if we make this birdie putt that we win. We should have said if we make the birdie putt, we tie. That would have been a smarter way to play this. So he said, let's just freak him out. Let's get some drama. Everyone was around. We're like, so if we make the birdie putt, we win. We 2-putt. And we were going to just say go shake. And we thought you guys were going to shake and be like, it's a tie. And we were like, no, like we're screwing. We lost by 2. But you guys were immediately back in the carts and gone back to 18. So we all stood there as a foursome looking at each other being like, shit.
I guess we're doing this.
And I was like, okay, let's just do this. Let's lose the hole.
And then
You planned to lose the hole?
Yes. So
And confirmed because Tyler told me this was happening. The plan was to lose the hole.
And then Ryan bombs his putt?
accidentally. So then we're like, shit, like this is not good.
But I really wanted them to pivot.
Yeah, BM was like, just win.
Win and then tell them that you're lying on the podcast.
But
That's
when Ryan,
really
so
what
like,
I wanted.
Pat and I, if you think back to those spots, Pat and I missed by a mile. Like it was 15 feet past the hole. And then Ryan came up and I think tried to leave it short. And he was putting with a hockey stick.
He had the Odyssey hockey stick putter.
I know.
And it goes in. And we were all just like, oh shit. Like, okay, now surely they'll be like, it's tied and we're good.
We were back in the carts.
And you're
ASAP.
back in the cards. And there was a point where you were like, let me see your scorecard. And I was like, oh, fuck.
This is egregious.
Wow.
Egregious.
It certainly is.
The sanctity.
They should have to do both.
Yeah, I
They
would
should have
agree.
to wear the Calgary Flames jerseys to a BOA game and go to a separate game in full hockey gear.
Yes.
This cannot be
One for losing and one for violating the code.
It was honestly just meant to be like a funny thing. And then it just got so out of hand because you guys were acting so fast. And then Ryan accidentally made the putt. And we were like, oh, fuck. And then it got to the point where it's like, I'm not telling them now. Like you were so fired up when you made that putt to win it. And I was like, he deserves this high. And I will tell them about it on the podcast.
You didn't know?
This is
Until
fun.
right now.
This is right now,
I
man.
found out.
There was, I don't remember which one of you two, but like you sunk your putt, Jay, and then you threw the hat and you guys were doing the celebrate. I was cracking up laughing. I was like, I was dying laughing.
The only one that was BM.
I think it was Chalmers. He goes, what the hell is so funny?
Yeah. Like there's nothing funny about it. We're winners.
Well, we won the 18-hole game and then we won the 2-hole game.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, our drive on that second one, we were like behind a tree and we were all kind of like, okay, thank God. Like we're not even going to put this.
We drove to the exact same spot, like the exact
Twice.
same spot
Yeah.
twice. Hit
Yeah.
the exact same approach shot twice.
Yeah, and that was the other fear was like if you guys had like a bad drive or a bad chip, we would have just been like, oh my God, how do we like
Jared, I think you know what needs to happen.
I need to be fired?
Yeah. No, let's not go that far. I am out of here if they don't have to do both. I'm leaving right now.
Out of here.
I'm out of here if they don't have to.
And you know
If
how
there's
hard
not
it is to
punished-
get him here.
Yeah. Don't fuck this up, Tyler.
You cannot let this stand as the leader of men or they will start to walk all over you.
Well,
Yeah.
this is true.
I've been watching a lot of prison documentaries, Jay. This is
I
how
know
you
exactly
lose the
how
yard.
this goes.
We gotta
Don't lose the yard.
We gotta maintain order, and also for others to see and hear.
Exactly. Make a violent spectacle.
But you should
sound
also
like-
volunteer this because you should feel nothing but guilt.
I felt some guilt,
It's
and
funny
then I
because
realized it was going to be great podcast.
Ultimately,
content.
it started off as like a joke, but it's one of those like TV shows where like you know the truth, but the person then all of a sudden gets in too deep, and now it's like we can't say anything.
I was honestly really
This is
panicking.
a real lesson to everybody out there.
Going back for the second playoff hole, I was like, why do they want to do this again? But
Because we were tied.
Because the
I
only
know.
thing more fun than playing in a golf tournament
Oh
is
yeah,
tying
that was
and
the
going to
two
a playoff
funnest
hole.
holes of the day.
Yeah, they were great.
You could argue they helped you have a better day.
yeah,
with
you had
their
a
lies.
great day because of this lie. It's like,
Ignorance is bliss.
There was other groups following us back and forth with us.
yeah, and it was all.
I was having a great
And it
time.
was
during
all a
playoff
lie.
It was all-
It was all
the
ruse.
beater.
Fucking lie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was still fun, but you have to do both.
Well, yeah, we won both.
Yeah, we did.
So that's pretty cool.
I'll accept the punishment. Again, it wasn't done maliciously. Like it's not like we were trying to win and then being like, suck it. We just thought it'd be funny to see you guys panicking while we were putting, and then it all just.
When we didn't panic, were you?
Well,
What did you feel?
It was still kind of funny in the moment just to have.
Because we were cute.
They
as
just and they melted
cucumbers. Yeah.
on like when it was still like you're still in your round to make birdie. Like you didn't. And I know it was irrelevant, but we were sitting there and they had I don't know what 10, 15 feet,
Yeah, we missed.
and it was just amazing to watch them melt.
My son got a real kick of the prize that I won, which was a box of golf balls from 1440, thanks to Jason Greger. And when I gave them to him, he goes, "Oh God, Dad, I can't play these." And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Because I get made fun of noodle, long and soft." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you're getting older now." 13 years old. I was like, didn't
The
even
noodle
think
is
of-
a great golf ball.
yeah, they're great. But
Long and
like,
soft, baby.
he was like, yeah, he thought that was quite funny.
That is funny. So that's the end of the golf tournament drama that the listeners have been in on for
Yeah, like a week,
like 10 days now.
10
yeah.
days.
Yeah.
And none of you told me.
Nobody told me until
Kept
yesterday.
it tight. Kept the cards tight. I love it.
It's you know what? Bravo.
It was a good executed bit. Because that was the other thing too, is like, and it worked out great that one day when it was just me, BM, and Wanye on the pod and not you two. Because I was like, listeners, no one tell them about this. But it's going to be so funny when we reveal it.
You can trust them because they didn't.
Who told you?
My friend Brett on our group chat because he listened because I brought it up in the Fugelberg act, and he goes and he messaged me today on the same group chat that JR is on, but I don't think he ever reads it.
I don't pay attention.
Yeah. And he said, "Don't you even listen to your own show?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, Yaremchuk lied. They weren't tied with you. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
No wonder you were chomping at the bit to get in here today.
I was a little bit. Yeah. Fired up.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm also fired up because, like, I know it's a little chilly out, but football is so back. Baseball is so much fun right now. We have, for the Blue Jays, have a pitcher right now that is like all worldly in the fact that he's now missed a no-hitter by the first batter in the 9th inning twice in a month.
I was talking about this earlier. How many pitchers, like great pitchers, can even say they've taken a no-hitter into the 9th twice in their careers?
Yeah.
He's done it twice in 6 games.
And both times leadoff hitter in the 9th, though, got him.
Yeah.
And then in straight Blue Jays fashion, they just, in the 9th, give up the game.
They lost both games.
They lost this one
lost this
just
one.
yesterday. But like watching Ohtani try to get to 50-50,
That's cool.
it's got my kids. My kids are coming downstairs every morning and being like, "What happened last night? Like, did he, let's put it on, Sportsnet. Let's see where's he at, Dad? Where's he at? The Yankees seem to be on all the time now. And we're just waiting for Judge to get up. I mean, baseball's fun when it's
What's
like
Judge
this.
chasing? RBIs?
Just I think Yankee season home run total.
Oh, they just love their own awards.
Yeah, I mean he won't
Even
get
his-
this.
Like it's bigger than an MLB award.
Like, last year when it was like Aaron Judge is chasing history, the home run record, it was the American League home run record. It wasn't even the MLB home run record. It was so dumb. I hate the Yankees.
Whatever sells more peanuts, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he is at 51 home runs. But did you see the thing? So him and Bobby Witt are like not toe and toe because Judge is ahead of them, but they're probably the two front runners for the AL MVP, right? And if you were to switch their home ballparks, if you were to put Judge in Kauffman Stadium and Witt in Yankee Stadium with how far their balls have traveled, they would each have 38 home runs. Like Judge is just a merchant of the Mickey Mouse ballpark in New York. I'm very passionate about this.
Yeah. Bobby Witt
so they
Jr.,
can have their own awards.
Who? Where? Where did this guy
That's
come
Kansas
from?
City, isn't it?
He's like a third overall pick.
It's
Was
smart
he?
though for
so
stadium
he was
design.
touted to be
Supposed
this
to be
good.
a star, yeah.
Oh man, he's a star.
If you're like, we're the Yankees, we always want like high scoring games. Let's make the stadium small so we always get more dingers.
Second start
Smart.
for
Everyone
our
loves
boy
dingers.
Eric.
You're there half the time for the lifetime of your stadium. You're going to benefit more than the opposition.
Oh yeah, totally. And
No,
that
but
is the unique thing
in
about
his
baseball.
second start,
I
We were
find it
watching-
unique that
he faced Freddie Freeman and Ohtani.
I find it amazing
oh
that
my God.
baseball stadiums, like, it's not a standard size.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
could you imagine if you go to an NHL rink and it's like, this one's 200 feet long, this
Well,
one
it
is
used to be
180.
like the old arenas were smaller. Boston Gardens was significantly smaller than most stadiums.
Isn't there a ballpark where the outfield used to ramp up in one corner?
Houston in
Yeah.
center field.
Oh my
It
God.
has an incline?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Crazy, eh? You like going to the warning track and all of a sudden you start running uphill.
There's a hot tub in the outfield, guys.
I mean, there should be.
And went up.
what?
It does
Crazy.
lead to the conversation of what if baseball went even more all in? Like, what if there was a sand trap in one outfield?
Yeah. Water hazard.
Water hazard.
Water
Like, still
hazard
going
and
to break his leg.
Hurdles, trampolines.
All that would do is kill your outfielders. He's running a pop fly down one day and he snaps his knee.
Gotta
running.
look where he's going.
But as a casual baseball viewer, I'm in.
Can you imagine a guy diving and like into a
Quicksand?
sand trap to catch the ball?
Quicksand.
Quicksand.
There is one
As a
ballpark.
child, you were led to believe quicksand was going to be a much bigger factor in your life.
bigger
A
problem.
glue trap.
Ooh, and then
blue trap be
feathers
fun.
right
Feather.
after.
Oh
it.
yeah. Hot tar
It's
pit.
basically like Big Brother.
They should just release people to chase down players in the outfield, like how Messi gets chased down all the time.
Yeah.
There should be guys with rubber bullet guns, and they're allowed to shoot at them while they're running.
Jesus.
Now
And a
you're
live
talking.
bobcat.
See
If he shoots him, y'all win a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, talking about our boy though, he's had
Eric
3
Zabrowski.
starts now.
3
Or
appearances.
3 appearances. Sorry, he's a hold pitcher is what we call him, right?
Reliever.
What's
yeah.
that?
Reliever.
Old pitcher?
So I think he doesn't like. He's not the closer.
He sets up a close.
He sets up a close.
He comes in to hold ball games.
Yeah.
He comes in right now. He's kind of like not a mop up guy because he's pitching better than that. But like, yeah, he'll come in and give the team 3 to 4 outs when they're either up or down by 4 or 5 runs.
So I don't know if he's managing his fantasy football team, and I'm wondering how we need to. Obviously, we're not kicking him out of the league. He's going to have a team, but I'm wondering if it needs to be a commissioner run team for a bit.
Maybe.
Does he have an empty bench?
No,
Or be
but I
brought
could tell.
spot?
I don't think he's been doing anything.
Well, he's kind of focusing on
No,
setting up
totally.
his baseball career.
Buddy,
Remember when the NHL bought the Coyotes and they ran the team?
Not
Chalmers,
like
you need to step in.
But also speaking of the fantasy league, nation listeners, we have a spot. There is somebody who auto-picked in the draft. They won't reach back out. They've been in the league since its conception, and I believe they've just fallen off the face
Who?
of the earth.
Let's shame them.
His
Who
name
it?
is Dave.
Oh, is that who I beat? I played Dave.
Yeah.
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 So we
Bye,
want to
Dave.
give his spot to.
We're getting Dave out of here.
Dave, you got to put pride in your work on this in this
You
fantasy
are-
league.
As the commissioner. So this is a $20 buy-in league, and then winner takes all. But if you DM me and you want in the league,
Can I have the spot?
absolutely. I didn't even think you would want it.
What
Do
the
you
fuck?
actually
What
want
do
it?
you want it for?
Big football guy.
Come on.
Do you actually want it? Because it's going to be free buy-in because his team was auto-picked. It's not
Is he
very
paid?
good. You're going to have to do some work. No, he doesn't even respond to the messages.
I'll be active.
Baggedmilk's in.
All right.
Done. It's a 14-team league. I'm going to send it to you. I've
Right
already
now,
kicked
somebody
Dave out.
listening to this podcast is pissed because they're like, oh, I'm going to DM Chalmers for sure. It'll be me. And you're like, hey,
I want it.
well, we don't prep, so we didn't know how that was going to go.
No. This is good. I like to have us, Rick and Jared, in the league, and then the rest listeners.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Like in the nation office football pool, I beat Tyler in week 1, so I'm feeling confident.
Very good.
I beat Pat Puff.
And you feel good about that?
Feel great.
I had Christian
Especially after the
McCafferty,
golf drama
and
now.
he didn't play. You guys,
That's what
this is
screwed
a
Tyler
problem.
as well.
This needs to be investigated. The fact that bettors, millions of dollars were bet on the San Francisco 49ers with the knowledge that Christian McCafferty was a game time decision or most likely playing. And
No,
the fact
he
that
was listed as questionable the whole week.
that's not out. And if you tell Jordan Mason on Friday that he is starting, that means Christian McCaffrey's out.
He misspoke after the game, and Shanahan said, I didn't tell him he was starting. I told him to be ready.
And who do you believe? Do you believe the coach that had time to rethink this?
Can I be honest?
Jordan Mason, who's on the field and gets asked an honest question and gives an honest answer in his very first ever interview because he's a rookie.
Or is it a rookie who's just coming off his first NFL start, playing unbelievable on the field with the lights and the cameras on him, misspeaking?
If you're a rookie in the NFL, you are going to remember when your coach tells you you're starting a game when you have the league's best player in front of you. You are going to remember that moment.
If the coach comes by and says, hey, be ready to go on Monday, and you go,
That's just not how they do it. You see all the times when they take a rookie pitcher and they're going to give him his first start, or like the guy who's going to start the season as the pitcher, or a rookie quarterback who's going to get a start. It's a production. That's the whole point. They call these people in the office. They say, hey, I want to make this a moment for you. It's what sports is all about.
Not so much in football with a running back.
When you're a rookie running back and you have Christian McCaffrey in front of you, and Shanahan knows that, he's been around football his whole life, you don't think he knows enough to make it a production, to pull the guy in to his office and say, look, Christian can't go. We're going to need you here, kid. We're going to rely on you. You're starting on Friday. You don't think Jordan Mason would know that? You don't think that Shanahan would?
I think Shanahan would lie about his team golf score.
I think that Shanahan is lying when he says that he said to Jordan Mason, be ready. We're going to need you.
Let me ask a question.
What?
If a player's listed as questionable, is it the same as in hockey's day-to-day?
It's game time decision. Yeah. Yeah. But at least you know that then.
But if he was questionable all week,
But he was questionable.
But if he was out, the line of the whole thing would have changed. And on a Monday, people could have, in fantasy, which is a $1 billion industry, could have done something about it.
I think it is so dumb. People do this in hockey all the time where they're like, the NHL needs a better injury report. NHL has to say they're starting.
Just go to Daily Faceoff.
Well, yeah, just go to Daily Faceoff. But also when they're like, because of the betting money, it's like, okay, you can sit there and be like, oh, people.
That's not nothing, you guys. If betting
why would the coach
is
care?
not above board, didn't you not see?
it's mind games.
There's like 5 million sporting events. And like, this is like a
This is the biggest one in North America.
No, okay, but
Monday Night
Chalmers,
Football.
for every person who's like, I got screwed by betting on the Niners, there's the other half who are like, hell yeah, I bet the Jets. For every person that got screwed by CMC not playing, there is another person who's like, I just won my matchup.
This is gross misinformation.
No, he was questionable.
Yes, and the line would have changed if he was out. And by all accounts,
When was he named out?
Earlier
a
in the
minute,
day.
like 5 minutes before the game.
No, not 5 minutes for the game. It was
They
like an
talked
hour.
about it. Okay, an hour before the game. 1 hour
That's a
before
lot
the
of
game.
time. If you're that dialed into your bets,
Yeah.
There's
You
a
would
lot
have
of people
caught
that
that.
probably made bets before that, though. Maybe
And they would have been
maybe
refunded.
huge legs of their parlays counted on this.
Then it's a
but
push and
what
you
part of the
never
parlay
parlay.
though?
So you understand.
But what part of the parlay though?
Probably the last. It's the Monday Night
No,
Football game.
but if they bet on the 49ers, thinking the CMC is
Christian
in, they still cover.
Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown.
Okay.
That's a sure bet. If
So
he's playing.
doesn't that don't they just like saw that off and pay out the rest of the parlay?
Yes, it's not the sports books that I have the problem with. It's a team that doesn't disclose this and then gets caught and lies it. But
why would the team
out
care about the
till
betting
Friday?
You don't know that.
I don't want to reiterate.
You don't
fact
bet
that
Chalmers. You don't know that.
If you
You don't know that.
I'm saying the running back misspoke. The coach said the running back misspoke. The running back said he misspoke.
Conspiracy.
if you were a coach and you had
There's a conspiracy targeted at
if
Chris
you had
Chalmers.
any bit of foresight into how to get players to buy in, which is the ultimate job of a coach. When you have a rookie running back that you are going to give the biggest news to him in his life, you are going to pull him aside and you are going to say, you are the starter, Christian's out, and we need you. We
You did that an hour before the game.
Okay, because the rookie that remembers the biggest moment in his life said that he did it Friday.
In the heat of the moment.
But
when
like,
he's still on
but maybe the
field.
coach said be ready because like CMC.
Heat of the moment.
But it could be like be ready because
On
we're going to do
Friday when
snap
he
share with
told him
CMC because he's
playing.
not as healthy as
He's
we want him
losing,
to
so
be.
he's starting to try to act
I'm not
silly.
losing.
This bitch
I'm
turned
not
it into a
losing.
musical.
I am not losing.
I just hate when people are like, oh, they have to do this because of the people betting on the sport or the fantasy players. No, they don't. It's fantasy sports and betting on sports.
Yeah.
They don't have to do shit.
Coach followed the rules. Coach fucking has to play the game. That's the real.
Games.
I don't know.
Maybe he went and told Mason, hey,
There should,
if Christian isn't ready to go, you're our starter on Monday, and he's questionable. And then
Said, hey, take the under on CMC on Monday
yeah.
and get ready.
it's bullshit.
So you lost your bet then.
I didn't have a bet on him. I had him on my fantasy team, and I didn't even care about the fantasy team. The fact was if you tell me on Friday that he's out, and the line is going to change. Do you know how much they said Tom Brady used to change the line back when he played? 5 points. Do you know how much Jordan Love being out this week changed the line
Probably
for the Green Bay Packers?
3 or 4?
8.
8, huh? Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey changes that line. He just does.
But they still
But the
cover.
plan in this.
Or wait till 15 minutes before kickoff to make your bets.
Tom Brady can change the line Baggedmilk, but that won't bring
I'm just
Giselle
sick
home.
of people lying to me. I'm just sick of finding out that my trusted podcast partners lie to me. I'm sick of finding
True, a
out
lot of
that
lies.
sports teams are lying to me.
I'm sick of waking up in the mornings, looking in the real life group chat, seeing I'm in, and then at 1:50, saw the guy at
That's
the
real
house.
life.
Slinging dirt on
Houses
real life.
don't build themselves, bros.
They don't,
It's
not
raining
yet.
today. Ain't nobody working.
All I see is
The pubs are full today.
fantasy sports is ripping us apart.
It's not really. It's like you take the first pick overall, the best, most electric player in the game other than Patrick Mahomes, and then he is out an hour before the game. It is the biggest kick. It ruined my night. I was in such a good mood to watch
Did you
football.
not have had time to change your lineup?
It ruined
No,
your
because
night.
there's nobody to put in. Everybody's already played.
Mason.
He was taken by somebody else.
Someone drafted him.
We have a very deep league.
We have a very.
It's called the no.
It's very
what is-
defensive.
Yeah,
We take guys so the other guys can't have them.
yeah.
That's fair.
Anyways, okay, that's enough about sporting and betting. But
Real life fantasy league week 1. Hot Chub Time Machine beat me. Bofa D's beat Harry Paratestes.
That's me.
Oh, okay. So
That's
you
you?
lost.
clean that up.
Merckx beat Rogers Mustache.
that's
Iceman
Garrett.
Cometh beat Kissin' Cousins. Tight match.
That's Eric. Kissing Cousins.
Okay. Mahomes and Mundair beat Tua legit Tua quit.
That's Rick.
Connor McChubb.
That's Jay.
more than doubled up Brady the GOAT. Is that Dave?
That's Dave. That's bye Dave.
Yeah, Dave, you're done. Are you taking it?
I'm in.
I'm interested to see if you can actually like find a way to manage this team to relevance.
I don't know anything about anything, but I'll manage it.
And Ayuk Tua on that thing, awful name, beat Oil
That's
Olave
Brad.
by less than a point. That's a tough.
And
loss
your
for
team name is Dave?
Ian.
No,
it will be.
It was Brady the GOAT, but we're changing that.
No, I'm going to put it
different?
Dave's old team.
Dave's whole team.
New Dave, who dis?
Not Dave's team.
Yeah.
Still
Baggedmilk,
Dave,
not
no
Dave.
questions asked?
Bag Dave.
Okay, since we're already on the football talk, I'm just going to do this, and we'll step aside for a quick break. For our friends at Bet365, the largest sports betting platform globally, you can download the app today to get in on a huge range of markets by using the promo code Oily Bonus when you sign up, whatever the sport, whatever the moment. It is never ordinary at Bet365. Thursday night football tonight. Every Thursday, I'm going to give you a same game parlay from our friends at Bet365. I love the same game parlay builder.
I'm going to do one. Bills are going to destroy them.
So
Are they?
I'm taking.
I haven't played a bet yet. I'm in.
I'm taking the Bills on the money line. So you got that locked in.
Jeff Wilson, anytime touchdown.
I'm taking Josh Allen over 243.5.
You're not even listening. You just poo-pooed my idea. Listen, Raheem
is
Mostert
it
out.
your same game parlay you're building?
Is he out or is he questionable?
I thought we were all helping you.
I started this last Thursday when there was no one else here.
Okay, do your own thing.
And player receiving prop, I'm going with the over. I'm going 50 plus yards using the milestone tool. 50 plus yards on Khalil Shakir. That comes in at a nice plus 575, and it's only 3 legs. Shout out to Bet365. Chalmers, your thoughts on the game?
Khalil Shakir is good. My thoughts on the game is this is going to be really excited. 2 high-powered offenses going at it. Buffalo, they could use some tightening up. But Miami's electric. Hopefully Tyreek gets to the game without incident this time. Unfortunately, they've lost their backup running back, Raheem Mostert. Their starting running back, Devon Achane, is questionable, probably out, but they're just not telling us. So
you like
Jeff Wilson, hot play right now. He could potentially start because they will. He's a vet. He's probably a 6 or 7 year
been there
vet.
forever. Yeah.
They have the only other running back is Jalen Wright, who's a rookie. And I highly doubt they throw him into the fire this quick.
Against the Bills.
So if you find out, and Jeff Wilson is not rostered in a lot of fantasy football leagues. I think it's like 3% of leagues.
Although the line has moved on him, he's even money to get to the end zone today.
A chain must be out then. He must actually be out. Is there a line on a chain right now to
Minus
score?
110.
Okay.
What about Jeff Wilson, Josh Allen parlay plus 250?
Ooh, I
About
like
to
it
get in.
a lot. I like it a lot. I think Josh Allen could potentially score a touchdown every week. Like
He's a machine.
he's going to run in, like running in one.
And he
not
only
just throwing.
trusts himself.
And he's the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills.
I love Josh Allen.
Yeah. I really, really want Keon Coleman to score a touchdown tonight. I would like to see him get on the board. I think he could become like the next rock star wide receiver that is also super good and funny and engaging off the field.
Yep.
So I'd love to see him start getting some throws, some passes his way. I'm looking forward to this game tonight. It's going to be a really fun game.
I'm going to do it.
It'll be high scoring.
You're going to do a little same gamer?
What's the over under on this game?
Over under on this bad boy tonight
365
is 48. Baggedmilk, you're new to
Oh.
football fandom, and you're
That's
getting
right.
right into it. You're buying anything Justin Jefferson.
That's right.
That's.
I think I'm going to look great in purple.
I think you actually.
I think you can pull off purple.
And purple with like a little black hoodie underneath, Justin Jefferson jersey.
It's going to look good.
So did you watch receivers?
I did. So
Is that why you like him?
so
Because he's awesome.
when I was picking a football team,
Yeah.
And why? Just for those of us paying attention, why did you have to pick a football team?
I didn't have to. I like watching the NFL. I just wanted to have I wanted to have a
Dog in the
fight.
race, of course.
Yeah, like I just like watching it and not caring about the outcome of anything seems like a waste
Yes.
in a way. So I had some parameters of who I
And to
wanted
be
to pick.
fair, not having a bet on the match as well seems like a waste.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
and if I want to bet, I need to learn what I'm betting on.
Mhm.
So the Vikings love the colors. Uniforms are sick.
Mm.
Like when my jersey gets here, I'm pumped to wear it. 2, I watch receivers. Both Jay and Chalmers said, listen, if you're picking a team, just like maybe find a player you like and go from there. I thought the shtick with the grills and the chains and the gritty.
The Kirk Cousins situations on the
Well,
plane?
Kirk Cousins isn't there anymore, but
Yeah,
they
he's
have
in
Sam
Atlanta.
Darnold, who is kind of vanilla, but had
He
one
was
hell of a
chucking
week
darts.
last
He was chucking
week.
darts against the Giants.
Oh man, did he ever?
So
Big time.
Justin Jefferson's one of the best receivers in the league. And then he, at the end of receiver, he signs the biggest non-quarterback contract of all time. And I'm like, I am fucking in. So then the final thing was I have 2 buddies from high school that are just big Vikings fans. And they go down to Minneapolis once a year. And they go, what, you don't think it'd be fun coming to Minneapolis with us once a year dressing like a Viking? Like, you know what? That'd be great. So I'm in.
Cool.
I love it.
Yeah. So I got a horse now.
Sam Darnold.
It's so easy to sign up with Oily Bonus too. You get a nice little slow promotion. But how I gotta figure this whole thing out because I'm not as well versed in the site as I would like to be. Because I
Okay.
always do it on my phone. But looking at it on your computer, it looks so much easier.
It's
It's
setup
way
on the
easier on
computer
the-
is so crazy.
on the
Okay.
laptop, it's great.
I gotta start making them on the computer 15 minutes before the game.
Yep.
Yeah, then you'll know.
All right. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit of hockey actually, but first we're gonna step
How dare you.
aside for a quick break. All right, back on the Real Life Podcast. Second half of the show is brought to you by the Nation Vacation. Going out to Denver, nationgear.ca to get in now. BM, you're in.
We booked in yesterday, buddy.
Jay, you're in.
I'm hella in.
Yaremchuk, you're in. I'm in. Anyone
Interesting.
else? Denver.
When is it?
November 29th.
Oh, here we go. The same old song and dance.
I'm not gonna say anything. Listen. What's happened recently is I've gone from being able to come home from work and grab my sons and go play golf at a moment's notice to now on Sunday having my own men's league hockey game. My youngest son has a scrimmage. My oldest son has a scrimmage for tryouts, both of them. And we have the father-son golf tournament. 4 things. All at the same time. And that's what my life becomes in the winter. And
Sounds like you're going to need a vacation on November 29th until December 3rd.
Yeah.
Head to
Need a break.
nationgear.ca, hit the travel tab, check it out. What do you get? Well, you're getting your flights to and from Denver, Colorado, leaving Edmonton. You get 4 nights hotel at the Element in downtown Denver. Transportation to and from the airport when we are in Denver. You're getting into an exclusive watch party at the DNVR bar on November 29th. Watch party as Edmonton takes on Utah. And You're getting tickets to Edmonton, Colorado. So you get to see your boys in action. Upper Bowl Oilers attack twice. They are good tickets. And then it is Monday Night Football on American Thanksgiving weekend. It's beautiful. And it's going to see the Broncos taking on Jay's Cleveland Browns.
See, and I'm sad you won't be there. I think going to a football game with you would be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's a good
So
time.
you should come.
And
Yeah, I'm not saying no.
And we have a tailgate experience.
I'm not saying no. I'm just learning my lesson to not saying yes right this minute. It's definitive.
Exclusive tailgate experience at Mile High Stadium that includes transportation, food, and beverages.
Unreal.
That's a big Monday.
And I know what you're thinking. You're listening to me say all that, and you're saying, Tyler, you said flights to and from Denver from Edmonton. I don't live in Edmonton. What do I do? Well, you get yourself the without flights package. We have a non-flight package for $13.99. Whether you're Mainlander Tim out on the East Coast, whether you're Captain Felton out in
Mainlander
Vancouver,
Tim's already in.
or he is, or anywhere in between, take the without flight package for $13.99. Gets you your tickets to sit with us at both games. You get all the VIP experiences, and you get to your nights in the hotel as well. You get everything. NationGear.ca. The Nation Vacation is back. How's that for an ad read?
We're back.
I'm excited.
I'm ready to go.
Do you think that Deshaun Watson will be starting for the Cleveland Browns when you go see this game?
I am pre-ordering a Jameis Winston jersey because I'll be ready.
Yeah.
I saw
Although I
you
do
shared a Browns fans sharing their disappointment in Deshaun Watson.
You know what his
It's
cap
very
hit is
interesting.
next year?
The fam is hurting right now.
What happened? Explain.
That's if they cut him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they waive him. Deshaun Watson had some problems off the field.
He's a Cleveland Brown.
He was not a Cleveland Brown. At
He
this time,
allegedly, in my opinion, loved a massage. Did he not?
he loved a good massage.
Oh, I remember that
but
guy.
he did not know what public decency inside of a massage was.
Right.
And he did it. He was a multiple offender. And
Habitual line stepper.
habitual line stepper.
Yeah. No, two not.
And so he was out of the league, kind of.
But then you got a huge contract.
One of the biggest contracts in
Fully
NFL history.
guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed.
Fully
'Cause Cleveland
guaranteed.
said that's the kind of guy you
But,
can
like,
trust.
In the NFL, they can't do the thing that all NFL teams, and they just go, nah.
Not when it's fully
You know-
guaranteed.
So it's full, yeah.
So in fantasy football, when the waivers process, if you are in a FAB, which is fantasy auction budget, you bid on a player. You get $100 and you can bid on them. They did basically what I did, which was put $40 on Alexander Madison when nobody else bid on him. I could have gotten him for $1.
No one else bid on him?
Nobody else bid on him.
Oh, we were going to, but we're like, he's going to go for too much.
Nobody bid on him. There was not a single bid on him. I got like 3 guys I didn't even really totally want because I bid so much. This is what the Cleveland Browns did, Wanye. Yeah. They bid on a guy and way overpaid him when nobody else even wanted him. It's
and they had to cough up a lot of
Jay is a Cleveland Brown correspondent. What is going on? Why would what's
this
the
is
logic?
franchise ruining
The
stuff
minute
here.
it happened, you're like, oh, why? Why? Like, is he going to be good? And then he,
Griffin Reinhardt trade.
and then he came and he was only able to play like this, like 8 games or 6 games of the season, and he sucked.
And
then it's like, okay, well, he's been off for so long and only got to play 6 games. Okay, we go into the following season and he sucks. Then he gets hurt, and it's like, okay, well, he got hurt, so he didn't really get a chance to like fully, have a full season under him. So now he's going to be ready for next season.
Oh, no.
Then he had his first game that Tom Brady called, and I think the only performance that was worse than Tom Brady's was Deshaun Watson's.
Oh no.
And
5
now
years,
he's being accused-
$230 million.
Oh no.
And now he's being accused of probably the worst accusation against him.
Yeah,
What do you do
now.
Off the field shit on top of this, garbage?
And this is still part of the original stuff, or is
Same
this now
It's
after
a
all?
new thing.
Oh
so
my god!
Cleveland Browns, they have been
He's bringing a dark
starved
cloud
for
over a
quarterback.
very good fan base.
But they have been starved for a quarterback for years.
Yes,
like in the history of their team, they've only had like one good
Yes.
starting quarterback.
Vinny Testaverde.
They basically gave up on a guy who right now
It's
is
hot.
continuing his.
It was
his
Bake.
hot
It
season
wasn't your
last
fault,
year.
man.
Who
And that's
did?
why I'm
Baker
still a
Mayfield
fan.
playing
He
for
was
the
a
Tampa Bay
quarterback of
Bucks.
the.
He was drafted by them. He was
Oh,
the son.
no.
He was like,
They let
trying
him
to do
go and
his best.
sign
Yes.
bloody Jeffrey Epstein over here.
Yes.
Oh no.
Allegedly.
They are cursed. It's a cursed franchise.
And it wasn't Bake's fault. Like Bake had Odell Beckham Jr., who is a handful and clearly not that good, and Jarvis Landry, who I loved, but
The mistake
he
by
had
the
no
lake.
one to throw to. He
That's what their stadium's
didn't
called.
even get to have Amari Cooper.
This team just hit full.
This is
He didn't have Amari Cooper.
What
The
the
mistake
fuck
by
are you
the
people
lake.
doing out there? You had a team since time began. You can't get anything going.
It's so frustrating. Check out the tweet I sent out of just everyone just ripping on.
That's what I watched.
They are mad. And they brought in Jameis Winston to back him up. And I'm learning more and more about this guy over just the last couple of years.
Winston? He's electric.
He is one of the
Eat W's.
best
He goes, we're going to go out there and we're going to eat W's.
Oh,
he is probably one of the best personalities in football.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows how to get a team behind him.
And he's the backup?
He's the backup.
That's good.
Last year, Jameis Winston was told to not hand the ball off to a player who had a bonus for scoring his career high in touchdowns.
What?
Jamal Williams. And
This is the Browns doing this?
No, this was the Saints because they were
running Saints
blowing
last
out
year.
a team and they were on the 1 yard line and it was like, oh, there's like a minute left. You can just kneel it out, win the game. You don't need to run up the score. So he was told, don't give the ball to the guy. Like, don't run it in.
And he get a big financial bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went into the huddle and said, I don't give a shit what they just said. I'm handing it to you. And the whole team went, yes.
And they faked being in victory formation.
And they faked victory formation, which is kind of dirtbag, but then handed it to the guy. He went in, got his bonus. Coach had to say sorry to the other coach. Listen, I told him to go down.
Wow.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. That's how you rally your team, man.
I'm
The
getting my
guys in the
boy
locker
paid.
room were like, screw this. We're getting this guy his money.
So the NFL is such a tight ass league that they'll be like, you should, the G code would be not score a final touchdown.
Yeah, because you're just like embarrassing them.
I see.
It'd be just to kneel the ball out and be done with the game.
Yeah.
All right. I did say we want to talk some hockey, so we're going to do that now. We're going to pivot things a little bit. How about Connor McDavid's quotes the other day? The boys are coming back to town. Everyone's all excited for the new season, but Connor McDavid on Edmonton said, for those who haven't experienced Edmonton, don't know Edmonton, it's really easy living. He added, there's no hour-long drive, there's no traffic, laughed, although the construction could be better. He said,
Zing.
That tells me he's an Edmonton.
Yeah,
First
he's
goal of
one-
the
he's one of
year.
us.
Yeah.
He added, it checks a lot of boxes for a lot of guys, and said it's not a B or a C market, it is a prime destination. That feels good.
He's one of us. Edmonton has
That's our
embraced and
captain.
adopted him.
That is our captain.
How early in next offseason do they sign his extension?
July
Like
1st.
the first second you can.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. if
What's it
drags
going to
him a
be?
little bit.
Because he's on the last of an $800 million. What's he going to get?
BM and I disagree on this.
Okay.
I think he's going to sit there and not want to give off the image that he's being greedy or like, I mean, he won't want any of those negative storylines.
Same as Draisaitl?
No. So he's going to go
14.1.
and take basically, but I also think that he feels pressure from the PA, from other superstars. Like, you need to go set the
But what
market.
did they do with Sid? Sid always took a deal.
Sid only really ever signed the one big contract. And
He
it's-
signed, didn't he sign 2 8-year by 8.7s?
The second one was like 12 years by 8.7.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he signed
'cause
some
they changed the
crazy,
rules.
yeah,
12-year, $8.7 million deal.
which in itself was a deal.
Ish. The day he signed it.
Dude,
What
that
a-
is such a bargain. For Sid?
Well, no, I mean, now when you look at it, you have to think about the NHL 12 years ago and what the cap was.
But even think about, but Ovechkin signed a 10-year, $120 million deal or 13-year something.
Yeah, they changed the rules for those after those guys.
Ovi's cap it is 9.5.
Yeah, on his new deal. That's not taking a discount. That's pillaging your
What
team.
was the deal before that? His deal before that was $9.5 million.
Who?
Ovi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he got
over
he got
over a
800
bajillion years.
Yeah, but so he got $800K more than Crosby.
Yeah, okay.
So, but like that's what those
But-
guys signed for then.
Yeah, but that's still a decent deal.
Looking back on it, it is, but you have to look at what the percentage of the cap was.
But
Go
when
back
you're
to Connor.
signing it for the long term, you're the percentage of cap
Yeah,
sure for like the
when
first 2 years.
I know. So when McDavid signs for 8x16, by the end of that deal, we're going to be like, bargain, just like we did with Draisaitl on this last one. When Draisaitl signed it, we were like, whoa, that's a lot of money to give Leon Draisaitl. Then by year 5, we were like, oh, great deal.
Why do you two disagree? Why do you and Baggedmilk disagree?
I think Connor, you think Connor's going to go 16?
I think he's going to go to like 16 or like 15.9 because it gives him the moniker of most expensive contract ever. It'll pass that Ovechkin deal for total value. But it won't be like, oh, he like took 20 or like something crazy and he's going to hinder the team. So it's like he checks all his boxes of like highest paid player, PA's happy with him. He gets the moniker of most expensive contract in NHL history. And Oilers fans will still sit there and be like, yeah, that's not
like
even that much more.
well, that's what his camp is going to want.
I think he's going to go higher than that.
High? Oh, really?
I think he's going to.
Oh, so you think he's taking it like he's taking a discount?
Yeah, if he signs for 16, that's a bargain.
I think it's going to be 17.
What's
or
the
18.
highest contract in
Say
the
your
NHL
thing,
right
Baggedmilk.
now?
Why?
I think that, well, one, worth every penny. And if he wants to stay here, you give it to him.
Yeah.
2, setting the market for the superstars going forward. 3, smashing that Ovi contract. And just, again, 4, worth it.
What's highest in the NHL?
But he's going
right
to
now?
smash Ovi's lifetime
Matthews
earnings.
at 13.5.
And then when Draisaitl's kicks in, 14 will be the highest.
And then that Bouchard kicks in at 21.
I drink the Kool-Aid. You know, the same guy who's hoping that Leon would sign for 13 and a half. I'm hoping Connor signs for like 14 and a half. Just like,
What's Liam's theory?
just a little bit higher than Dries, but
Tyler, what was Liam's theory that the combined value comes out at whatever?
Connor signs for 15.97. McDavid and Draisaitl's combined cap hits would be 29.97.
That's Liam's theory.
That's Liam's theory.
Yeah.
Can we?
He's gonna secure the
Can I
bet.
just finish my thought on the percentage of the cap?
Yeah.
So when Alex Ovechkin signed his first deal at $9.5 million, the year was 08-09, and the cap was $56.7 million. So what's that percentage of the cap?
just under 20.
When Connor signs for 16 and the cap is 100 million, what's that percentage of the cap?
16%.
Thank you. When Crosby signed his first ticket, 8.7 mil, it was also 08-09. So that wasn't a bargain. That's the same rate that Draisaitl and all these guys are getting. It's the percentage of the cap.
But he did it for 12 years.
And Connor's going to do it for 8. And Connor's last one was for 8.
I'm just saying, like that. That is a good, even regardless for those first couple of years, knowing that the cap's going up, to lock him in for that amount of time. And I know it's apples to oranges. That's a deal. That's a discount.
Why is it apples to oranges?
Because 12 years versus 8.
Oh, that's more like apples to just a different type of apple.
Perhaps.
A gala to the red and delicious.
Oh, they got Granny Smith. Oh,
Granny
interesting.
Smiths are terrible.
But
The
a
green
different-
ones?
Red
Different
Delicious?
type of apple.
Yeah, the gala is the only way to go.
Galas, that's the elite apple.
Yeah.
Or the Honey Crisp.
Also enjoy those.
Those are like seasonal though, aren't they?
Yeah, but they good.
They are sweet.
I also enjoy those.
How do you think the honey gets in the Honey Crisp?
Bees?
Same way as the caramel into the caramel bar?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of numbers you guys were just talking. My head got really sore there for a second. I think it's great. It's 16% of the cap, Jay. Same fucking thing. Just so you know. I don't know that.
Back to apples.
I have no idea.
Apples.
What's the goat orange?
Anyways,
Navel?
Connor McDavid's quotes about the city were really nice.
Mandarin oranges all year
Just
round.
help him put
Pretty
Edmonton
big,
on the
pretty
map.
elite
That's your
thing
captain.
now.
Yep.
Captain speaking.
And then Victor Arvidsson tripped him at one of the skates.
I also love that.
What do you mean?
Which is very Arvidsson-like.
Yeah, he's already started. He's got to wipe those Kings tendencies. I also love that Leon is not being shy about saying he wants Connor to sign an extension.
He was coy during the first press conference, and now he's like, nah, yeah.
No, he wasn't at all coy in the
Could you imagine if Connor's like, yeah, dude, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to do it. And then doesn't do it.
But he did it. Oh, you mean Connor?
It'd
Yeah.
be like one of the biggest betrayals in sports.
Kind of like lying to somebody about their golf score.
Not even close to the same thing.
It's apples to apples again.
Granny Smith to the Doja Cat apples. What was the other one?
Honey Crisp.
No, the other word.
Gala?
That's the one. I don't remember. I'm not really listening to this pod.
Yeah, you kind of been checked out.
I don't know
already.
nothing about no football.
We were just talking hockey.
Well, ish.
What do you want to talk
And
about?
we talked
I don't
golf.
know.
You got your beanie
Katy
on
Perry.
already.
I was doing outside work this morning.
Oh.
We were
It's a
moving
little
stuff
early
in
for
the
a
rain.
beanie.
We're
Nah,
moving.
never too
It was
early.
cold as hell this morning, man.
Oh, you got a beanie on too.
It was
Never too
raining
early.
sideways, bro.
Yeah,
I was
it's
outside, bro.
cold. Fall is here.
You know what a new sticker for you should be?
What's that?
The outline of your face with the beanie, because it's distinctive,
Mhm.
but just blacked out, all in black.
And your social insurance number for a face.
Okay.
And then the better late than never logo on the toque.
I'm into it.
That'd be a good profile picture for you.
It would
Would be.
look good.
I'm into it. Let's do it. Somebody make that for me. I don't know how.
Yeah, I'm just the ideas guy.
Yeah.
I have zero idea how to
Mhm.
follow through on that one.
Agreed.
It's exciting time of year, guys. Hockey's coming back. Football.
Getting close. Young starts this weekend.
It's when all 4 major leagues are up and running. It's a great sports time of year.
Yeah. Baseball playoffs should be good this year, too.
Otani, 50-50, man.
Can't wait. I hope he does it.
Is
He's
he going to
gonna
pitch
do it.
next year?
I mean, he's going to do it. He's at 46, 48 right now.
47.
47.
Holy shit. Yesterday he was at 46, 48.
If they hit 50-50,
Wait, how did he go backwards in stolen bases? I thought he had 48 stolen bases yesterday.
It's like, I'll go check the stats.
Charles, if he hits that 50-50, they let his interpreter out of jail?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Sorry, he's 47, 48. He stole 2 bases yesterday and hit a home run.
Yeah.
Imagine though, they just let him out. They're like, okay, well, they had it
What's
in
the
the
most
thing.
stolen bases in a year? Ellie De La Cruz has like 62 right now or something.
Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson. I wonder what that is.
I was excited when I went to the Jays game to see Ellie De La Cruz because like everybody was talking about, you know, how funny it is to watch steal bases when he didn't even get on base. I was like, wow.
The record is held by Hugh Nickel in the 1881 season.
What
So, like, the first
Sorry,
season,
1887
The
season.
balls were just wet paper towel balls.
my man was just running on every pitch.
Everybody had phone books for gloves.
He stole 138 bags for the Cincinnati Red Stockings.
How could these old ass records even be considered?
Yeah.
And what's
And then Ricky Henderson did 130
wow?
in 82 with the A's. And then Ari Latham with the 87 Cardinals. Yes, 1887 Cardinals.
What? Kyle Schwarber just broke a record. Lead off home runs. That means you're the first batter up to bat in the very first inning of the game, and he hit a home run. He broke the record with
his
how
14th,
many?
His 14th with a 9-4 victory over the Rays at Citizens Bank Park. He had previously been tied with Alfonso Soriano, who had 13 in 2003 for the Yankees.
That's incredible. I mean, they play a lot of games, and he leads off a lot. But like to do it 14 times, I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. I think George Springer holds the record for career ones. I think he set that this year.
Really?
I think he passed Soriano, yeah.
I love baseball right now. Anything before this
I
is
know.
just like, who cares?
As a very casual baseball fan, I'm totally with you. Like, especially with the Jays being as shitty as they were this year, watching them in like July and August was such
It's
a
a
fucking
grind.
slog.
It's a grind.
My boy Davis Snyder, is that his name? No, what's the dude's name with the glasses on the Blue Jays?
Oh, yeah, that's David
Yeah, yeah.
Schneider.
He is awesome. He's having a.
Yeah, it's too bad he fucking stinks.
Does he? Oh, yeah. I keep seeing him on the highlights the last couple of days. Seems like he's doing a lot of fun
he's
stuff.
he's having a good little like week here, but he had a bad season.
How much time we got? We got
8 minutes. You got anything else?
You didn't watch
Wanye?
You didn't watch Big Brother from last night, hey?
I didn't either. I got home late.
Yeah, I watched when I got home, just in
How
case
did you have the energy?
Well, I was just in case we're talking about it. I wanted to be prepared.
I'm like 4 back. I'm still
It is a
sad.
historic,
back?
a
I'm 2 back
historic OTEV.
A historic
That gets me
OTEV.
excited. Is the season holding on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
I like the variability from show to show. It's not like there's not like big, 8-0 votes all the time. There's a lot of split votes. It's entertaining.
So going into this week, the veto's been used every week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
And a
Unheard
record
of.
amount of times on the veto has been used by somebody who was on the block for somebody else who wasn't.
Oh, wow.
I believe it's happened twice this season now.
Yeah.
Tucker to Angela. And then Tucker. Oh,
I miss Tucker.
I miss Tucker too.
Tucker's
Angela
gone,
is
right?
keeping the people going.
Angela's wheels are spinning again, but we're not seeing any like good freakouts. We're just
No.
seeing the paranoia from time to time.
It's just, man, I don't know how these people do it living in a house with people they don't like.
Well, it's
You can tell that Angela pushes their buttons.
And also just like, not only do you not like them, you've got nothing else to do.
Nothing.
Can't avoid them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be caught up by Monday. That is my promise, and we can dig into it.
Oh, thanks.
Last thing I had written down in the prep, Shannon Sharp. No, can avoid that.
Oh my God. Did he get gassed by ESPN yesterday?
no. Why
What
would
do
he
you
get
do?
gassed for that?
So
What happened?
Shannon Sharp.
You didn't see what Unk did on IG Live?
I haven't.
I just love Ocho's remarks.
Ocho last night on Ocho. I went and watched like 20 more clips. It's the best podcast in the game.
I think
I need to know what happened.
I think somebody might have been on Instagram scrolling as one does right before making whoopee. Because he set his phone down and accidentally went live on IG Live.
And they proceeded
And
to
then
Shannon Sharper girl.
Proceeded to have
Vigorous.
loud, vigorous sex.
All right. How long to go for?
As he said, what did he say? Perform an activity.
Yeah,
think he-
performing
Doing what
acting.
any male does.
Yeah.
Any healthy male does, he said.
Ocho's
Could you
giving-
see it?
Ocho,
No, it's just the audio.
Ceiling.
It was like phone
He- busy
down,
phone up.
audio only.
So why would you get fired for that?
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
He was talking.
Was he talking?
Oh, yeah,
about?
there was talking.
He said it was hacked.
It
and he's
wasn't
like,
bad.
We're vigorously investigating.
No,
And it's like,
he said it wasn't.
no, originally he said he was hacked.
Yeah, and
a
then-
guy from his team, like his team, went into his phone and shut down the live.
So somebody came into the room while he was.
No, like they had access to his account. Like a good soldier went in there and turned it off.
Ocho Cinco was giving him crap for. You know, you need to work on your stamina, bro. You huffing and puffing too much.
Yeah, your hips are good. Clearly, your hips are good. You got to work on that stamina.
Just go look up Club Shay Shay clips after this.
All right.
Oh, it's.
I feel for him. I like Shannon Sharp.
Ocho
He does a really
Cinco.
I
good
think
job
he's
on
great.
that.
Ocho Cinco.
That's so embarrassing because he's such a private person, right? I felt bad for him.
I think anybody would be embarrassed by that.
Oh, of
Well,
course.
be devastating for
You
most
guys,
people. Tyler.
you don't think there's an outside chance that this was to
No.
get some attention on Club Shay Shay?
No.
He did a podcast that night.
Yeah, because he had to.
Yeah, he had to get in front of it
Tyler,
because he was
I know-
behind it
I see
earlier.
what you're doing, and I
All they
don't
talk about on
discount
that
it.
podcast is on Kevin sex.
I'm just. Do they really?
They talk about it all the time. All the
What?
clips I
What?
find.
My
See,
tinfoil hat
it's
is
like,
always on.
they're
I
playing with
always
sex.
think that these things are like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Did you guys see the
Fake.
release?
Yeah.
That's fake.
The release very much could be fake.
No, I think that's real.
You think
No,
the
that
release of how to deal with the breakup and that
Yes.
it will come out on September 28th, that they will break up and these will be the things that they do?
That was
And it
already
was a-
proven to be AI.
Yeah, it was an AI.
I don't believe that that's it.
No,
But
but
you, okay, so you believe that, but you don't believe that. Go open up your phone right now and see how hard it is to accidentally go live. You
I
have
don't
to-
think
from
did that on
Instagram
purpose.
you got to go there, then you got to swipe over 2 more times, and then you have to add a title, and then you have to go live.
oh, this is all
There's a
big
handful
ruse.
of clicks to go.
This is a red herring.
You are like an ultimate.
Yeah, I don't believe in this one though.
But you believe that there is a court document outlining how Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have to handle.
We're
their
talking about
breakup.
2 different things. We're talking about Unk throwing down on IG Live.
To get himself trending and then doing a podcast that night, which was an objectively hilarious podcast.
I think that's making the best of a bad situation. I don't think he meant to do that.
What can we do?
Tyler, why don't you go on IG Live and throw down? Look at him. What a freak.
Go on IG Live and like get in a marital spat.
You
That's
know,
all choreographed.
Then you go to bed
I got
early.
to share a story.
IG Live?
From the last 2 days about our friend Tyler. So we're in this 2-day planning session, and our coach was talking to us about this thing that you know what I'm talking about, right? And it just turns out that the acronym is PISS. And Tyler was so quick to point out, like, what's the acronym for that one, Ted? Because you're just sitting there so giddy. He's like, that'd be PISS, Tyler. And he's like,
What was the 4 words?
It was like personal, introspective, something, or like,
You are a
something like
child.
yeah.
You're an
come on, it
absolute
was right there.
But he was like beaming as he said it.
Beaming
Because I know it gets a good laugh.
for you.
You guys all laugh.
He's sitting there.
Tyler, you haven't raised your hand once
Let's
this whole.
also, then I'll throw something at Jay. We're doing a group building thing where we have to compliment everyone and say like what makes them great. And Jay ends his by going, and the more I learn about you, the more I realize you are lucky to have Amber.
That is not verbatim.
Oh, yes, it is.
I said,
pretty
I
close.
just straight up, there's a bunch of words there used at the beginning. I said, I went through these things, and then I said, you are lucky to have Amber.
You said the more I get to know you.
No, I
The
did
more
not
I
say
learn
that.
about you.
It was something like that. It was very fun.
But I did have
Yeah,
a
you
little,
said the more I
okay.
learn about you.
Yeah, because I had a good
And then you
laugh.
called out my brewer's yeast allergy.
I did.
Yeah.
That wasn't even that stinky this week.
You're fighting it though.
I did fight it. Yeah. But I held back.
You did?
I'm learning. I'm mature.
How do you hold that back? You inflate?
Yeah, a
You're
little
not
bit.
letting the gas
There was a
out?
one point in the
We
meeting
did
where
go
Tyler goes,
outside, and it was
my tummy's tight.
Yeah, when I recorded, I said, Ted, can we take a break? I need to go outside.
Oh my God.
I told Jay, I'm there on those things to be a vibes guy.
Yeah. Glue guy in the room.
Yeah, great
Bring
room
a ton of
guy.
value to the management team here,
Glue guy.
but I'm good in the room.
Big Ted.
You were good in the room.
That spells piss.
That's pretty much, yeah.
One thing I want to chat, it's about the Leafs, but have you seen what's happening, what they're doing? They've taken all of the O's out of their avatar. They've got this
imaging outside the arena.
The imaging outside of the arena, all the like the letter O.
So like it says TNT.
So it's like home opener, October, whatever, without the O's.
Okay.
It says Forever Leafs is in their avatar, and the O's are gone.
Why?
Well, that's what I want to talk. What are we speculating? Is that like a Drake thing?
OVO?
I don't know.
Done an NHL OVO thing.
Oh, Drake ain't hot right now. I don't think Drake's the guy you want to bring in.
Yeah.
But I mean, we did sign, what was it, Green Day and Journey to be the official band of the NHL. They've been working on this OVO deal for 5 years.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, Tone Deaf always late
What's it
to the
look like,
party.
Tyler?
Just always got O's removed.
I don't get it.
I'll bet you Drake comes out with Kendrick at the Super Bowl.
You can see it up.
Do you think Kendrick does not like us at the Super
And then
Bowl?
where's the
He very well could win an
like
Oscar right before that for that
the
song.
marquee of the building?
Because it's commercially one of the biggest
Yeah, I
hits
saw
in
that. They was taking that
hip-hop
out. Anyways.
in the last.
All I can think about is like Drake having to wait until February to be called a pedophile in front of like 60-year-old people.
That's a tough one, Drake.
His new music's good.
It's like most rap beefs just go away, but this one's just not going away.
People aren't letting it die.
Because enough albums haven't been sold.
No, Jay-Z.
I guess Kendrick's
Jay-Z's got a
good.
real beef with old Drakey boy.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what?
Just doesn't like him. I think he's been trying to ruin him for years, and I think this is the final nail that Jay-Z's going to try to put in his coffin. Jay-Z picks the Super Bowl shows. So
What?
Jay-Z
Yeah, Rock
and
Nation
Rock
makes them
Nation, they right around the same time as I think it was George Floyd.
Why
Am I
doesn't
correct?
Jay-Z like Drake?
I
They've
believe
always
that.
been
You
kind
do a
of-
deep dive. They got verses going back and forth with each other. all over
Yeah,
the place.
and so Jay-Z in the way the NFL was going to be like, hey, listen, we're going to come together and we're going to work on this. And I think it was like a lot to do with Colin Kaepernick, got Jay-Z to do this. And so Jay-Z's been putting in a lot of the acts. And this one is, I mean, Kendrick Lamar, like, I can't tell you 5 hits. Just not a big fan. And I'm a really big hip hop fan. So it's an interesting choice. He's not somebody that's going to satisfy the older demographic the way an Usher would by just singing and dancing and having a great show.
But they do kind of rotate it a little bit in how they do that.
But I wonder what kind of like,
I just wonder what kind of show it'll be. I mean, like,
well, who else is going to come out with him? That's what I want to
They were saying
I got 2 words for you. Yin Yang Twins. That's 3
Oh,
words.
nice. The Whisper song?
If they came out and performed Whisper Song at the Super Bowl,
Oh,
the war would end.
they were saying
All of the wars.
that like Lil Wayne feels very slighted by not getting the chance to do it
in New Orleans.
So if you're Kendrick Lamar and you want to deliver the death blow to Drake,
You
you
bring-
bring out Lil Wayne.
Oh my
do they have any songs
God.
together?
No.
That's what's going to
They
happen.
do now.
And
Oh,
Jay-Z's
there's a
going to be
couple.
sitting sideline with a cigar like,
There's a couple.
We got week 2 to worry about. I think we can curb the Super Bowl.
They
talk.
are going to bring Lil Wayne
We're
out
getting
with
too far
Kendrick.
ahead.
Yeah, so Lil Wayne's got, just real quick, 2 songs featuring Kendrick. So they could definitely do it.
Oh, they could
Mona
definitely do it.
Lisa.
Mona Lisa and then Fallen.
I don't remember that one.
Oh dear. That's the end of
Yeah,
Drake if that
Weezy's
happens.
coming out for sure.
It's tough. It's a tough time to be Drake right
His
now.
new music's good.
I love his music. I still love
What
it.
is good?
The 100 Gigs project.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
doing
yeah.
right now. Those are all 4 of them that he's dropped are like.
Do you like
bangers.
Vultures too?
I haven't gotten into that.
I didn't.
I'm
it's
not the
that
biggest
good.
Kanye guy anymore.
Why would happen?
Soured on Kanye.
When we were on our golf trip,
Stuff's like
I
that.
rekindled my love for Jail Part 2.
Oh, that's a good.
We played it the other day. Jail Part 2 is a masterpiece.
It's such a good song.
Specifically, the baby version though.
Yeah,
That's part 2. Yeah. Part 1 is Jay-Z.
Yep.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's not as good. All right. Well, good pod, guys.
Enjoy football this weekend.
He is coming.
Enjoy
out.
Big Brother.
It's gonna be great.
Whap,
It is,
whap,
yeah.
whap, whap, whap. Shit.
Yeah, that's tough.
Drop
All
it
right.
like it's hot.
Bye, everybody. See you Monday.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.